And we are live at FSBRacing.com here at Michigan for the Aero 88 series. I'm with my booth partner, Milt Mintner. Milt, huge field tonight. Like I was telling you right before we went on the air, it's a who's who of FSB racing. And I'm really excited to watch this race.
Yeah, how's it going, Greg? Friday night,
Driver,
under the lights,
start your
FSB
engine.
Racing, Winston Cup 88 series. We're talking 26 cars tonight, 80 laps, fuel window of about 25 laps. Our picks tonight, I'm going to pick first here, and my pick's going to be 5 cars. Sean John is due, and as the pace car gets rolling, we got a big one here, boys.
Yes, we do. I'm going to go with the 303, Milt. I was watching him in practice, and I've been watching him in happy hour, and he is driving the wheels off that car tonight. He's fast, and he's hungry. He's hungry.
This is a star-studded field. We got some guys in here we haven't seen in a while. Also want to take note of the 91 there, Ken Shea, or as William used to call him, Ski G. He's a stud, you know. The whole field of studs here, and a lot of cars also starting in the back, not taking qualifying times for either crashing or just wanting to stay out of the melee to start. Very interesting.
And, absolutely, Mel.
We'll see.
Absolutely, and one of the guys electing not to qualify was the 15 of Matt Watkins, defending series champion, and he's gonna have to show that championship qualities, because he's gonna have to go past a lot of fast drivers, a lot of experienced drivers, and guys that want to win. And we're about to go green here, Milt.
Well, we won't do the boogity-boogity there because that was pretty lame last time. So, but how about Dean Gotro in the 060 following Robert Bokum into turn 1?
Absolutely, Dean is
3 wide.
We got action on lap half. We haven't even got to lap 1, and we're already got some action. Dean's a great driver here at Michigan. He's fast. He knows the line. He knows how to get down into the corners here, and that's what you want to do. You want to kind of come in high, sweep down to the bottom, and then power off these big, wide corners.
Got to think Dean's going to try to show tonight when he knows this is a track he can run good at.
Absolutely.
And he's taking a look at Robert
Yes,
Bokum.
he is. He's racy early. I know it, Dean. He's got one speed only, and that's go. And there he goes into the lead. And again, he probably also knows that Robert is the guy that's not going to fight him right now on lap 2 of 80.
Ooh, Doug Tevick taking a look at Jim Pops Marguson there. Team FSB going down low and making the pass as Pops goes wide. 3 wide with Mark DeCinza going down in the middle there. You can do that here at Michigan, but it's all about tire wear and tire management versus speed here.
Yeah, it is, Milt. And, there we got a little hiccup there on the 777, I believe. 777 is...
That's Brian Wasserman.
Yes, Brian Wasserman.
He's a stud, man, and good to see him out here.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't have. Hopefully he didn't have too many Dos Equis before the race.
Yeah, especially if you get the Tres Equis, then you're in trouble.
Look at the back of this field, Mel. Look at this.
Oh, 3 wide. Ken Hansen, Matt Watkins already moving up, taking a look at his teammate. The 101 of Alan Myers, really fast at practice. Also kind of stuck out there, but you can see that outside line is working.
Yeah, the outside line will work here. You can keep your momentum up. You don't have to get off the gas as much. You can get on the gas quicker as well. And if you have help, there is a big-time draft at Michigan.
Matt Watkins and the FSB admin team have built great setups for along with help from Robert Bokum and a lot of great drivers throughout the years.
Absolutely.
These aren't
Absolutely.
fast setups. These are pro setups that they're showing, not as much horsepower as like the in Pro Cup or Sportsman Cup. Probably about 700 versus 850. Of course. Ken Shea taking a look at the Pat Rouchet for 24th there. We call him Bumblebee there because he's always got those Bumblebee colors, black and in the big car.
Yeah, he's in the big car, and there we see the 151 of Guy Petra, who had a tremendous race in the Pro Cup at Infineon, Milt.
Bokum back in front, and Dean went back there. He was pushing hard. He's still fighting hard. Too wide back there with Dave Jandry, another stud.
Yeah,
always great on these tracks, man.
We got a pile up at the front of the leaderboard, and there's my pick, the 303 of Ken Ron going into the lead now.
These guys aren't lying about. They're racing. The lights are on, and the eggs are getting cold, and the butter's getting hard.
Well, usually Chicky says that when the game is over, Milt, not when it's just beginning. But I wouldn't put this race in the refrigerator anytime soon.
Usually the butter's cold and the eggs are getting hard. That don't work right, A couple more beers.
But I mean, there's some crazy racing going on early in this race. I'm really
Reese and Wasserman. Oh,
they're going at it.
On the outside there, T-Roy wide pro racing here.
Absolutely, and green, and these guys are tight. They're giving each other the respect that each guy has earned through racing many seasons here, and it's hard racing. But look at the clean. There's a 3 wide with Derby Don, and
Finley, Mark Fravert, Pruitt taking a look. The 151. All these cars are right up in the draft here. Ken Shea kind of dropped back there taking a look.
And
Francisconi. Rouchet falling back a little bit there. Don't know if he had contact or just trying to maybe stay back and what happened here. Woo!
Well, we know as we found out, Milt, 25 laps is generally the window here that we're going to see. You want to make it to that first stop, and it looks like we might have green flag stops tonight, Milt.
Well, back in the day with the spread out field, you could clutch on this track and make more fuel, but at this pace, these guys are going balls out. There's no clutching involved right now anyway.
No, you can't be clutching right now or you're going to go right to the back.
Taking a look there and a little bit loose. He's got Gotro all over him. Loose in front of him there. He's due for a good run there as he's been fast, but just hasn't had the luck to complete the deal.
Yeah, Dean's pressing Doug really hard here for the 6th position, I believe it is. And like I said, Dean knows how to get around Michigan. Last season, he really gave me some pointers here, and I was able to really have a quality race thanks to his advice. And that's another thing about what FSB is all about, Mills. Guys helping other guys that are maybe not as fast.
Whoa, T-Roy and Brian Wasserman and Matt Watkins. So close there to wreck, and he kind of side drafted there a little bit. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's taking your breath away, and we're only on lap 11 of 80 right now, folks.
Yeah, not to take away from what you were saying there, though. That's absolutely correct. The product you see out here today is the compilation of 10-plus years of racing here at FSB. Quality drivers, quality people, and cooperation, or however you want to call it.
Yeah, and if we take a quick look at the running order, the top 10 are only separated by 1.3 seconds, Milt. There's no one running away with this race.
Yeah, now you see leader changes. This is like the sixth leader change. The 18 led, the 060 led, the 303 led, and
Now the
now
five's
the
out in
five.
front. That's right. And that's your pick, I believe, Milt.
Well, it's showing you that you push too hard, and the draft is so dependent here. Without the 850 horsepower, you need to stay in the draft, and you can use the draft and cars to help you.
Oh, absolutely. This is a big drafting track. You can maybe even save a gallon of gas here, too.
You watch the talent throughout this field, and it's like from front to back.
Look at
It's
these
just
battles
amazing.
all over the track. And now it looks like the sixes took a look inside the five, and there he's got some help at the bottom. And the five car left hung out there.
I think that's what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing the driver. We've been watching so much of the action there, but I think what we're seeing is that's why the lead keeps changing. Is eventually guys team up and get a run, and they go away from the leader, and he gets shuffled to the back.
Yeah, I mean, you can see these guys are 2 wide, 3 wide already. When the line forms up, they can really get a run on either the outside or the inside.
You look from first to 26, it's 5.52 seconds interval, and they're nose to tail.
Yeah, it's some tight racing. We're on lap 15 of 80 right now, so we're about 10, 11 laps away from our first pit stops. What's your strategy going into this first stop, Milt? Obviously, 4 tires and fuel early on.
Well, the main thing you don't want to do is make a mistake. You can
Absolutely.
get beat on pit road, and you can live with that, but if you beat yourself, you're really kicking yourself because you throw the race away here. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
And pit road here, you have to pick a spot out of the cockpit, which is usually there's a tire mark out there or the turn 4, whatever visual aspect you look at, you pick that spot as your point, which you've practiced over and over, where you start to get on the brakes and then get down to 55 miles an hour.
Dean glanced off the wall there, and some scrambling ensued, including Matty Watkins, who has really driven from the back to the front already.
What am I saying there? Yep, yeah.
Unbelievable drive by Matt Watkins so far. No surprise, defending Cup champion. Milt, I can't even count the number of wins he's probably had in all divisions.
He broke all my records, I can tell you that.
But now you see why he has all those titles and race wins. I mean, just a great job of avoiding some tragedy there.
And he's doing like the great. He talked the other night about learning his how to pit from the great Damien Gottstella, and many times on these Friday night runs, Damien would start in the back and win the race, and this dude out, the Pac-Man, gobble.
Gobbling up those dots right now, and he's moving up to the front. The 6 continues to lead, but we got some side-by-side for second, third, fourth, fifth. Sean was hung out there, but he really kept the hammer down, had a little help from behind, and now he's switching lanes to the inside, looking to get a run on Ken for the second position. Doug and Bokum going battling at side-by-side right behind them. And they're trying to get a little 3-wide action here, Milt.
We've seen Doug Tevick win these type of races here.
Dougie just touched Robert there, got down onto the apron, but again, and we have a caution out.
Pace car is out as we're searching through the field. Cars here, everybody seems to be running. Cannot find somebody with significant damage yet.
Can't tell if Pop's car's wrinkled in there or not.
Yeah, I'm looking at the driver's side.
Take a look at, see if you can go back and look at Pops and see if he had any issues there.
He does have a little bit of damage.
Yeah, it looked
there.
like he got a little wrinkle there on his outside door. But we got some pit stops. Pit road is going to be very busy.
Yeah, and you can still make. It's not a green flag stop, but you can make track position up with a good stop.
Oh, absolutely.
Or a bad one.
And we're following the leader, the 6 car, and you can see he's getting his right sides changed, and I'm sure he'll go around and get the left side changes, a 4-tire stop, and full up that car with fuel. And he's down and he's away. And there's some squirreliness as we get off pit road. Oh, and someone got turned. Someone got turned there, Milt.
Okay, we're seeing. It was the 91 of Ken Shea that went around. As I'm trying to watch that, I didn't see what happened there in pit road. They're watching that screen too.
And
looks like Ken Shea. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking at it live. Yeah, Ken Shea got turned by the 44. I don't know if Ken didn't see him or if the 44 thought he saw him there, but there was contact with Mark Fravert and the 91.
Well, we can take a look back at this. We see the 44 going into the pits, getting his service done. We'll follow him out and see what happened with the contact here. Here we can see the 15 car Matt Watkins getting his 4 tires and fuel, and he's out and away.
Wow, that's a wild ride.
And the 44 coming out.
Oh, and Ken Shea did get the wall. Oh, and the Alan Myers went by him at high speed there. Hey, caramba.
Uh-oh, I just had a problem here. Hold on. Uh-oh. I got a problem.
We got some technical difficulties.
Difficulties here.
We'll be back online here real quick.
I sure hope so. Trying to reconnect here to the server.
Which has been pretty amazing considering all these broadcasts since you've been doing them have been flawless, and but you're at the mercy of the internet and computers, so
drivers to your
we'll keep covering the coverage live here. We'll just call it FSB radio for a little while here. Shea did hit the wall there just a hair, and we recycle. And lap 21, we got the 18. Robert Bochum is in the lead, and Sean Johnson is second. DeCenza in the 6 car. Fourth, Troy Higgins quietly moving up there in fourth.
All right, I think I got our difficulties resolved for the moment. Back live here, picture as well as I'm trying to catch back up to speed here. We can look.
And we have a special guest in the booth here.
Yes, we
Jim
do.
Ray,
Yes, we do.
Got a copy, Jim?
I was watching the broadcast, see if you need any help getting back online. If you restart the lobby, if you haven't yet, that'll fire the game back up.
Yeah, it looks like I did do that, and it looks like we're back and we're had a clean connection again.
So how's it going there, Mr. Mom? Been pretty busy, huh, sir?
Doing pretty good. We're all sitting here in the garage, 2 little ones. The missus joined a great FSB broadcast here live at Michigan International, of course.
Oh man, and if you would have saw that first bit of racing, there was side by side racing from first to 23rd. It was some hard, intense racing such early in the race.
Excellent.
And no surprise who's going to lead us back to the green, the 18 of Robert Bokum, followed by the 303 of Ken Ron. And looking at the running order, you can see the 15 car, Matt Watkins, started, I believe, like in 21st, and now he's up to 7th after just the first stop. He's right where he needs to be.
Well, you recycle here, almost on the same pit sequence as we were thinking about. At 25 laps, we're here at 22. Going to go green at 23. Looks like.
Yes, we are.
We're going green right now.
Yes, we are. But again, with that short pit stop, though, it's almost going to guarantee now 2 more stops, Milt.
Yeah, and you got to figure with this huge field, there's going to be some more action here. But they ran so great. Now they're single file here. Now we can see some gappage and some strategy where and some work here. There is a little gap there.
Well, and as soon as you said that, the 6 car of Mark DeSenza taking a look low on the 5 of Sean Johnson for the 3rd position. And now we're getting some side-by-side racing after just 1 lap of green. There's the 15 of Matt Watkins as well, going low on
Matt Boucher
Dave.
in the 77 is around, and hard contact with the wall. He is going, is the caution out.
Oh yeah, the 77's got some big back end damage there.
That was a hard lick up against the wall there.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head back to my seats though. Just want to make sure you guys are good to go on the broadcast. Great job every Wednesday and Friday night. Everybody check it out here at fsbracing.com, the live page. Catch the Greg and Milt show coming at you live Wednesday and Friday. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. I'm gonna go back and watch it. Can't be on TeamSpeak and watch at the same time.
Okay, Jim. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate everything that you do for the league.
Yeah, and thanks for letting us do this. Appreciate it.
Anytime,
Hi, Rachel.
And kind of a bad break too for the 77 car at it stayed green, which kind of surprising. But maybe with the back being in the back of the field, he's not getting the benefit of the traffic.
Yeah, he was. Caution didn't come out because he started going again, and there was no cars in his area there, and NASCAR felt that we stay green. So
and there we see the 91 of Ken Shea in that big, looks like a big Buick, and he's taking a look under the 88 car Joe Cutter here, Milt.
Ken Hansen just pitting. That's a mystery to me. Doesn't look like he has damage. Figure out what happened there, but the 9 car is now exiting pit road.
Yeah, and that's gonna. He's still on the lead lap, it looks like, but I don't know. Maybe a little strap. Maybe I don't. Did he may have had an issue there when maybe brushed the wall and felt that he needs to get in to fix that. As we go back to the front here, Robert Bokum continues to lead. 5 car Sean Johnson, Milt's pick to win this race is right in second, and look who's in third, Milt. Are you surprised?
No, Mark DeSenza, just a great battle Wednesday night in the Pro Cup. As we see it, we're watching 3 wide here. Ken Shea and Dan Francisconi and Mark Fravert with Joe Cutter. Boy, that's close racing there.
There's battles all over this track, Milt. 49, a Derby Don, the 53, a TG going side by side.
Oh, the 6 got recycled, and Matt Watkins up to third. What happened there?
Yeah, that's.
We were just talking about Mark, and bam.
It's amazing. He knows how to go from the back to the front. He's done it many times, and he's doing it again here against just a horde of quality drivers.
Racing against this guy and seeing some of the things I've seen him do behind the wheel of a sim car. First, I've seen him hit the apron completely sideways at 212 miles an hour and save it like nothing. And I've seen him do it at tracks like this. He's just a wheel man. And he's also got the brains too, which and that helps.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt. I could use a little more brain too when I'm driving.
I hear you, brother.
But he's side by side with the 5 car looking for second place. He's looking for more here, Milt. He wants the lead, it looks like, and he's going right at Robert.
PG Reese having a problem there, and he's up high. I think he scraped the wall. And he's definitely going backwards. Mike Pruitt up there battling, but he's not on the lead lap here. We got some cars out the lead lap. But wait a second, those guys are shuffled back here. This running order is changing so much, I'm getting confused. He's following Doug Tevick. I thought he was up in the top 10.
Looks like we have everyone on the lead lap so far, Milt, except the 9 car who had to take that pit stop. He's 4 laps down, so he must have had some damage to lose that many laps. You usually only lose 1 lap down if you make a unscheduled stop.
Well, these FSB setups are so good, and you can see 2 wide racing here, and that's by design. That's has its limitations, but admins and the guys that build these setups and work on them and get feedback from the drivers. As we hear tire smoke.
Yeah, I heard some smoke myself there, Milt.
That's TG Reese. He pitted and burned rubber coming out.
Yes, he did. He like you said, he brushed the wall. And again, if you don't want to drive around here with damage, I've done it. It's no fun. It makes the car a handful. And as you said, these setups are probably a handful to start anyways. So you got to get in, got to take your poison, got to get that car fixed so you can be competitive.
Still 23 cars in contention, 24 on the lead lap, but Pat Roche's got damaged. But all the way back there, got some serious battling.
I mean, Milt, this looks like the pace lap. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. It's amazing, but except this is being done at about 180 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's not Noah's Ark racing like they talked about in when they had the Cup cars in real racing, where they were, they drafted 2 by 2. This is 2 wide.
Yeah, this is 2 wide racing, and just as we just scroll down the field here, you can see 2 by 2 for every position, Milt. Look at that.
Battles all the way through. You're looking at Jim Sharp.
Oh, and there's some contact.
Man.
And the 83 is Steve. The 83 is Steve Weber went for a vomit ride there with about 500 spins.
Where's my bucket?
And we do have a caution out. Yeah, give me a vomit bucket there, Milt. Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look at that again real quick. As we...
and the cars are still going by them there. They did a great job there. FSB Racing, we always talk about, you see smoke slow down, and obviously they did there. And
yeah, what happened was they were trying to get around the 77 of Pat Rouchet. And Ken Shea, woo, he went for a ride as well, Milt. And so did Webb. Not a lot of damage, though, for Webb as they zoom by him there. Let's take a look at it from Ken Shea's perspective here, Milt. What happened was the 77 was up high trying to give the lead lap cars plenty of room, but as they exited the turn, the track really shortens up. And there you see Webb and Shea going for a ride. But look at the way Shea corrected, Milt. Did 2 spins, kept the thing going, and he's right back on the track. That's some good driving right there by a guy that really doesn't drive as much as he used to, Milt.
Yeah, but he's the real deal, man. And look at that save. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm watching it right now, about 3 seconds behind as I got both windows up there. But it's like, and just take off. Like my dad used to say, it's like throwing a baseball. You throw it sidearm, you let go of it too soon. You hit the wall on the left or you hit the wall on the right. If you let go of it just at the right time, you've seen him get off the brakes just at the right time and let the car pirouette and then go forward. Some of it's luck, but it's also skill and knowing where you're at and dealing with your situation. And these drivers are always aware of what's going on.
Absolutely, Mel. These are some quality drivers. I think they've probably sensed that there could be some action there with a damaged car trying to give way, and that's always a very tricky thing. When you are the driver of the damaged car, you don't want to be involved in something. But sometimes that car is such a handful with the damage, it's really hard to keep it under control. And when you have those guys passing you at 180 miles an hour, the wind and the buffeting that you can feel with your wheel can really get you out of shape. And that's what it looked like what happened there. Really, I'm sure I know Pat really well. He's a good guy. He is a rookie, but he's not a rookie. And I'm sure he feels really bad about that. And, certainly no intent there. He was trying to give way to the leaders. And that's what happens sometimes in racing, Milt.
Yeah, it's a 185-mile chess game, and you got to be Richard Childress and Dale Earnhardt at the same time. It's the 53 of TG Reese having a hard time getting in his pit stall there.
Yeah, TG had some damage from earlier. He made an unscheduled stop, and now he's back in. We're going to recap the running order real quick here. You can see the 5 of Sean Johnson now is in the lead. It's followed by the 15 of Matt Watkins, the 6 of Mark DeSenza, and the 19 car, Milt. He come out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's a very quiet guy and doesn't say nothing but good stuff. And but he. Every time I'm on the track with the 19, seems like we're always battling for a top 5. Yeah,
and he's in 4th right now. There he is. And how about the 101 car in 5th place, Milt? He's one of our rookie drivers.
Alan late in that. He stayed out another lap there, so we'll have to see if this recycles.
Yeah, he did try to stay out the lead a lap there. I'm sure it's not a bad idea. Try to get that bonus point. Still early in the race, only lap 37 of 80. There's the 49 car, Derby Don. We know Derby Don is going to be there at the end. He had some bad luck there in the previous race, but
Wednesday night and
Wednesday night he drove the wheels off that car.
Second to the great Kevin Lewis, the guy that when you talk about, reminds me of Jim Ray's running for about a year when we first started road racing, and there's guys that I run good, I'm gonna run this series or whatever, and I run bad. I'm going to just do what I know, but Derby Don has worked at it, and he was one little, like you said, one little slip up from Kevin Lewis, Derby to won that race, and were just awesome in that Pro Cup field.
Absolutely, Milt. Derby really impressed me on that in Finion, which let's face it, it's not a beginner's road course by any means. It's tough. It's got tight turns. It's got fast sections. It's all about tire management, and Derby Don's very good at doing that.
Yeah, Mark DeCenza was another one that just he says, well, these guys are all real humble and respectful of the other drivers, and as we're getting ready to go green here, but
yes, we are.
He's an excellent road course racer.
Absolutely, that was a great race, just like tonight has turned out so far. And we're back green. Sean Johnson leading the pack, and let's see how quick we get side-by-side racing again, which I bet you will be within a lap. There's the 9 and the 53 are laps down, seeing if they can gain a lap back. I think that's going to be a tall order with these guys.
Yeah, when you're 3 or 4 laps down, you have to put it in perspective. If you're 1 lap down, you got a good car, and you can race hard, then you might ask. But really, right now, it's time to accept your fate and just try to work it and get the best finish you can.
Absolutely. Again, when your laps down, if you have some damage and you get, like you said, you got to keep it in perspective. You don't want to be the lap down car that ruins the night of a guy that might be in contention for a win. And most guys are very respectful of that. In fact, almost all of them are. And when there's a mistake that happens, it's completely an unintentional mistake. But you can see here that the top 4 have got by the 9 and the 53. Yeah. And that's actually split the field a little.
Yeah, Ken's an applicant, but those are the kind of things that the drivers see, and that's how you earn respect in this league.
Absolutely, and the 9 and the 53 have separated the top 4 from 5th place Robert Bochum and 6th place Derby Don, and the 777 there of Wasserman. And we'll see if they can work their way by those two and get back to the pack.
Well, we've seen Bochum drop back before in one of our broadcasts. We kept going, especially me. He was like, what's wrong with him, And then he won the race. So
the answer was there wasn't nothing wrong with him.
What's wrong with me?
It was wrong of us to question what was wrong with him. And you can see there he's working his way by the 53 car of TG and the 9 car of Ken Hansen there right in front of him. He'll be looking to get by him as well. Derby Don trying to get on the inside of TG, as in the 777 and the 151.
Yeah, how about the 151 there? And the 51, Dave Jandry, he always, in Pro Cup on these tracks, if I want a top 5, I got to get through the 51.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The 51
there's a 151 who finished 3rd on the podium at Finion. And he's going to be running Porsches with us at NAGP. Not too happy with his times right now at Bathurst, but Bathurst is like the roller coaster from hell. So we're going to do our best,
Yeah, that's
the chips lay where they are.
That's going to be a trial by fire there for you guys. 50, if there's 40, 50 cars running on Bathurst, it's going to be a focus time, and you're going to finish that race 5 pounds lighter.
Well, the main thing for me is that I got my friends from the league that are coming over and competing with me, and I ran a season. Me and Jim and Guy ran, and it's a couple more guys are coming over, and we're all having fun, and that's what I get a kick out of,
Oh, absolutely, and at the same time you're having fun, you're battling some of literally the world's best drivers.
Yep, definitely.
And as we can see, the 151 here and the 777, and look at Guy trying to make it 3 wide for just a second. He thought about it. He really did. And his senses kicked in, and he said, nah, it's too early to do a 3 wide here. But he's racy. He's racy. If he can get a position, he's going to take the position from you, Milt.
And you talk about drivers over and over, and how they improve, and how you watch them, and Guy's just another guy. Of course, he's a guy, so he's Guy. But when you're a member of Monsoon Motorsports, you're privy to some pretty good minds there, so.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there's some quality drivers, and like you said, we said earlier, information sharing is not just team to teammate, but just driver to driver.
A couple of these lap down cars are very competitive, and there's no lucky dog. So as long as you got a good car, you got a right to race. So
Absolutely.
Some of these lap cars are they're all right in the mix. So they're all just kind of battling, but at the same time, it's hard to get positions here.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking down low there.
Yeah, the 6 car looking to resume the lead. He led a little earlier, and he's getting by the 5 car right now, and let's see if he can hold it. Yes, he can. And that brings the 18 and the 19 right in on him.
Well, you're looking at these transitions, these guys that were leading, and then either 303, he was leading, he's in 10th now. Matt Watkins is kind of settled in 5th there, and DeCinza's taking the point.
And there we see Robert making a move on the inside of his teammate. The outside line is just as competitive as the inside line when you're side by side. You can get obviously the shorter way around the track is on the inside, but the fastest way may not be on the inside, Milt.
Well, and what you're able to do is pinch the guy down on the inside where he doesn't get that run where he can let the car drift out. He has to keep it down, and that slows his momentum while you on the outside have the momentum on him.
Absolutely, and we can see TG getting a little high there. He's he's high up there trying to give ground to the guys on the lead lap. TG's a class act. He's not gonna fight anyone when he's laps down. There we see some racing toward the back of the lead lap cars, and you can see the 69 of Doug Tevick getting underneath the 17 of T-Roy, and 88 of Joe Cutter trying to figure out who's going to be the faster car, and he's going to just join who he thinks is going to be the faster one. Right now he's picking Doug, but as you can see, T-Roy on the high line able to hold off that charge and keep the position, Milt.
Well, T-Roy likes that high line, and when with these cars and this setup, it works well for him. The Fireball whiskey car, a salesman from Stockton, California.
And a little further back, we see the 151 now kind of toward the back of the pack after those pit stops, and he's battling with the 72 of Mike Pruitt and the 91 of Ken Shea. And there we see the 83 of Steve Weber. Of course, we remember Milt. He went on that vomit ride, spinning around about 30 times in about 100 feet, and his head might still be spinning as he's trying to keep up with the lead pack here.
Oh, we were somewhere around lap 37 when we went green. So 25 laps. That's about.
As we go inside the car here, you can see
they're gonna have one more stop here. It's probably like around 62, I think.
the 60 cars I don't know, he was racy at the very beginning of this race, Milton. He's fallen back. I don't know if he had some damage or if he's just trying to take it easy and just thinking that there's going to be another caution come out and then he's going to go back to being racy again. But it's busy at the front of the pack, Milt.
Sorry, I was distracted a minute there. I was just watching Daytona. Kyle Busch got the truck race at the line. No surprise there. It's just like watching Robert Bolcom win a race there. Kyle Busch gets the truck race. And now we get back to FSB here. Well, probably about 6, 7 laps here. We're looking at pit stops, so we got to start watching the scanner. I'm going to step away here, and this pit stop is sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers.
For all you do, this Bud's for you. Yeah, as we go back to the front, there's some side-by-side racing. The 5 and the 6 have been battling since the green flag, and now it looks like the 5 cars turned to lead. Sean Johnson, the 18 of Robert Bolcom following Sean into second, and the 15 car of Matt Watkins now wants to get by Mark. Some good battling here at the front. 19 car just holding his position here. He's again doing a great job. We haven't talked about him much in the beginning of the race, but now we're talking about him a lot. He's in 5th place here and looking good, and he's following him is the 49 of Derby Don and the 777 of Brian Wasserman. Wasserman with a great run so far. You can see he's side by side with the 6 car who's dropping back. Could be maybe heated up those tires a little and he's trying to cool them down and see if he can get back racing to the front again. And right behind them we see the 303 and the 51 battling side by side. And they're followed by the 44 car and the 9 car Ken Hansen, who's a laps down. And the 69 of Doug Tevick. And almost a little 3-wide action there. Gotta be careful now, boys.
Well, now your tires are getting awful angry, you know, so...
There's some 3-wide action there. Joe Cutter, 69. And TG on the high side there. They were 3-wide for a little bit there. They all settle in. And we're on lap 58, Milt. I think you said they went back green about 37, so we're maybe just 4 or 5 laps away from green flag stops as well.
Exactly. Matt Watkins taking a look now underneath the 5 from way in the back. Here I am.
That's why he's the Pac-Man. He's gobbling up those positions, and now he's threatening the lead.
Well, Kevin Lewis, I was telling Kevin about how he won that one race, and he was afterwards. He was saying, "Yeah, I had a few beers before the race there," and we were laughing, you know, because as he gets zinged back by Why the 5?
Well, there's some team
I don't
action
think
going on
so.
here too, Milt. The 5 and the
Yeah.
18 are teammates, so I would suspect that Robert's going to be loyal to his teammate and stay low with Sean and try to push him back to the front, which it looks like he's done. And there's Derby Don, one of your teammates, right behind Robert, hanging Matt out to dry a little there. That's something you don't get to see every day, Milt. Matt getting hung out to dry.
Well, if you're going to hang somebody out to dry, you probably want to do it to that guy because otherwise he's going to get you. But he's fighting back there with a very nice move there by Troy Higgins. Let him back in there. Big picture. Troy Higgins, top 5 all night. You know, he's got a plan, man, and that's smart racing there.
Yeah, that's good quality racing. No need to press the issue. Just barely past halfway, and there's a little bump there by Matt Watkins on Derby Don. This ain't no bump drafting track there, Matt.
060 and the 17 have pitted. The 16 is pitting. We're right at the fuel window here, so we're going to see, and they can make it to the end from this point. So the 5 is pitting, 6 is pitting, 18 is pitting. This is what separates the men from the boys. 5 down low.
5 down low. He's pitting. He's going in. Oh, he gets loose and into the wall, Milt.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a really bad break for Sean. Guys have to avoid him. He's trying to right this car. He's really struggling. I don't know if we got a caution out or not.
Caution is out.
Oh, that's a break for Sean there. But he still might go a lap down here, Milt. He needs to do a drive-through right now and get back out there.
You cannot count how many times I've done that.
Yeah,
the pressure of the competition, man.
Absolutely. He came in fairly hot. I think he realized he was in danger of getting a speeding penalty. He locked him up, and back end kind of came around on him, and he went into the inside wall. Not heavy contact, but I think enough to cause him some concern there. And you can see he didn't look like he took any tires. I think he's trying to catch back up to the field, and then he'll come back in again.
And more confusion in the pits there.
Yeah, that's a bad break for the 6 car because I think he might have went a lap down as the caution came out. We're going to have to reset this running order once everyone settles down.
You know, going from 190 miles an hour down to 55 is you know, not like I got that from a movie somewhere, but it's tough. And
we see some pit stops going on now, Milt.
Well, now it's time to execute. You can't rest here. You can't take a break. You got to execute these yellow flag pit stops.
Yeah, and that was a great battle off pit lane. It looked like the 18 just clipped the 15 coming out the lane. Of course, Robert had the pole position, so he had pit number 1, and I think that was the difference there. We saw Matt coming. Matt had a full head of steam. I believe it's 45 miles an hour on pit lane. He was probably doing 45 exactly. And Robert, with that first pit stall, was able to just beat him across the line as he lit up the tires.
Dave Jandry has exited. The 51 is done.
That's too bad. He was up there, Milt. I wonder if he had a mechanical problem.
Well, this is how they come. This is what it comes down to, you know. Lots of green flag racing, and the pit stops really are tough, you know, and just like the rest of it.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yeah.
There was a couple of seasons ago where I spent a whole off season, and all I did was practice pit stops. Because I was so disgusted with, you know, and I was getting beat on pit road. You know, it was just like, you know, you can drive around the track, but you gotta, in this league, you gotta focus on every single aspect. Pits are as big as anything, you know.
Absolutely. As we go check in this running order, now that they've kind of done their stops and settled back in, the 18's in the lead. The 6 car, who was on pit lane at the time of the yellow, was able to stay out ahead of the rest of the field, and now he's dropped to 9th. But I'm sure he's very okay with that, as opposed to going a lap down. Which, if that caution came out another 5 or 6 seconds, he might have been a lap down. And,
yeah, he's only got like 1 or 2 lap tires difference, and that's under caution.
And
so
here's another quirk here, Milt, of no lucky dog here at FSB Racing. The 17 and the 60, T-Roy and Dean, are actually on the tail end of the lead lap, which you don't see anymore in NASCAR because those guys would get a wave around now. But there is no wave arounds here in FSB. So the 17 and the 60 are on the lead lap, but right in front of the leader, the 18 of Robert Bokum. This is going to be fairly interesting. Both of those guys showed that they have the speed too, Milt. So if they can keep in front of Robert and get another quick caution, they'll be able to circle this 2-mile track and pick up 2 miles of distance on them.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, we like it like that for 2 reasons. Number one, it's old school. And number 2, because, you know, to be able to do the lucky dog, and admin has to spend a lot of time messing with that stuff, and it just gets very confusing. And the admins this race, you know, should have the right to be able to race, and it's just way too much work. So.
Yeah, it is. And you know, we all are under the same rules, so it's not you know, a surprise that that's the rule. That's right. And right now, if you're the 17 or the 60, you're thinking, you know, I'm not a lap down yet. I'll race hard here. I got a clean air in front of me, and if I can keep my pace and stay out of the leaders, you never know what can happen. And this is where, you know, you really got to keep your focus though too, Milt, because you got the whole pack behind you and they're hungry. And if you make a bobble here, it could be a disaster consequences.
Well, these leaders also know what situation those 2 drivers are under, so they're not going to push the issue until it gets closer to win time. Right now, you're looking at 15 laps. So there's not going to be much time until they're going to want to go. So,
absolutely, man. I was just about to say.
T-Roy, and I'm driving my ass off. And,
yeah, absolutely. This is where you throw your tire management and fuel to the wind, because that doesn't matter anymore. You got to go. You got to keep that pedal down as fast as you can, and just hope that there's a caution and that you can circle around. But right now, as you can see, back to green flag racing, the 17 and the 60 have stayed out in front as we come on to the backstretch, where the racings really begin. But you can see Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum working together there like old teammates that they used to be, and they get right around them. They're fast cars, and they're going, Milt.
Well, and you know, these guys also don't want to be a factor, so if they don't feel like they got a car they can stay on the lead lap, they're going to get out the way, and that's what they did there. And Matt and Robert, you know, there's no, you know, smoke and mirrors while they're up front. They're and they will work together, and because it's smart racing, you know. I mean, you don't always have a teammate around you. You still got to, you know, work with somebody to get. Because you need the draft and you need position yourself to have a chance to win. But kudos. How
about Derby Don there looking on the inside?
In the top 5 there, Mike Pruitt in the top 10. Steve Weber with that throw-up ride still in the top 10. Ken Shea, he's got to have a little bit of damage in the top 10. We go back to the front there, and yep.
Yeah, Robert Bokum and Matt Watkins now getting side by side for the lead. They're carrying the whole field down. Derby Don in third, 303 in the 303 in the 88. How about Joe Cutter all of a sudden at the front, Milt?
Yeah, just going to say you cannot find. When we interviewed him the other night, he pretty much spelled it out. A race to be in position to finish well at the end. I pride myself as a smart racer, and there's no surprise why all of a sudden there he is, and he is a smart racer and as quality a man as you'll find in sim racing. And
absolutely, and
admin here at
absolutely,
FSB.
and yeah, he's
Whoa!
Almost contact there between the 18 and the 49. And Derby Don driving hard now at the end. It's go time for Derby Don. He wants those positions. He's in contention here at the Winston Cup Championship as well, Milt. So he's going to want to finish as high up as possible. And he's side by side with the 303 of Ken Ron right now as Watkins is in the lead, followed by Robert Bokum. And there you see the side by side of the 49, the 303, the 88. And right behind the 88 is another one of your teammates, Milt, the 69 of Doug Tevick.
He's due for a good finish, and he's just asking for a little bit of luck and to get a chance there. And he's definitely put the work in, and he loves this track, man. He won this in Sportsman Cup here a while back, and I think he won this track race in Winston Cup here last season or the season before. It's a track he really likes.
Yeah, and there's just racing all over this field still, Milt, with just 9 laps remaining here. They're still battling nose to tail all through the field. And there's Robert.
We got action.
Yes, we do. We got Robert taking a look on the inside, and Matt drives him down into the apron, Milt.
We got a crash.
Oh.
John Johnson hard in the wall, and Jim Scharf getting going there.
And caution is out.
Freightliner versus Swift Trucking. The two trucking cars there. Don't know what happened there.
Well, we're under caution, so we'll have a chance to take a look here as the pace car zips out.
Oh, and the 23 blows up. He's all blowed up. Johnson Trucking Lines sponsoring the Pro Cup, and
yeah, let's take a look here at the 23 car as we look on the replay here, Milt. He was battling side by side with the 6 car, and we'll see what happened to him here. Oh, there was some contact. The Senza went for a ride, and then Sean hard. Oh my, that was a hard hit. As was the 6 car. Well, just terrible luck again for the 5 and the 6, Milt.
yeah, it all funneled right there. Really no malice from the 23 there. He just everything just kind of funneled into a pinch point right there.
Yeah, let's take a look at what happened to Mark here.
Great. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure Jim didn't want to do that, and it was just a hair right there, man.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it, and you can see as they get into the corner, it just got squeezed play there, and this Mark hit hard into the wall, and I think his night's done. That was a really hard hit.
Yeah, the 91 thought he was clear there and kind of came down and kind of.
And now we're going car here with the 6 car.
That up.
You can see he was following Ken Shea there, and we can see the 23 car in his mirror. And as they get in, it just squeezed up, and I think he had to let off the gas a little there. And the 23 got into the back of him, and you saw that impact, Milt. Oof.
Thank goodness it's not real, or be wearing a neck brace after that.
Yeah, that was a really hard hit. Let's go. We'll go back live, and we can see that Mark is out of the race, unfortunately, and that's a shame, because he's been. I think he's led every single race I can think of. He's led laps in, and he just cannot get the finishes right now. Just due to circumstances and sometimes some bad luck, and that's part of racing too, Milt.
Yeah, that's the way it happens, you know. Just to be a part of something like this, and you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, sometimes you're neither one, you know. It's just the way it goes, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see, Milt. We got 6 laps remaining. The lights are still on the pace car, so we might have a 5-lap, as they call it, a 5-lap dash for cash here. And this is kind of throwback to the old Saturday night short tracks, Milt. I'm sure that you remember as a youngster.
Yeah, actually, we were not too many short tracks back in the day with the old man.
Yeah, the old man was a road course warrior. That's right. But you probably have some fond memories of.
He did some in the Madeira where Dan and Dino Francisconi live, right up the street from me here, about 20 minutes, and that was a bunch of fun. Of course, I got caught up, little too caught up in a couple of those. Almost had a couple of fist fights in the pits there, but you know, that's real racing.
That's part of racing too. Just ask Kale and Allison.
Well, you know, you look at this. Where did that guy come from? Who dat? The 15 on point. They're going to go green next lap.
Yeah, let's do a quick recap of the running order here. The 15 is in the lead right now, followed by the 18, the 49, and the 88 of Joe Cutter in 4th. 69 of Doug Tevick 5th. 777 of Brian Wasserman 6th. 303 of Ken Ron. The 83 of Steve Weber. How about him coming back, Milt, from that 500 spin incident? And then the 44 of
all over the inside of his car there. But.
Yeah, I might need a cleanup after this race. The 44 of Mark Favorite 9th, and the 91 Milt in 10th. How about that? Welcome back.
Well, the first wreck he got into was clearly not his fault, so the second one was. I still think he's on one incident here, as far as I can see. So he's still good to go, and he only made a slight contact with the wall when he got wrecked the first time there. So.
Well, we're getting ready to go green as they go into turn 3, and you'll see the Corvette pace car will be pulling off and diving into the pits here, and we're going to go, and we have 5 laps remaining, Milt, so this is going to be just a flat-out 5-lap dash.
Yeah, I tell you what I'm seeing right here. I'm seeing the 49, the 88, and the 69 are going to get together and try to beat these boys. Got 2 teammates there, and Joe Cutter's going to do what, you know, he's up here in front and worked his way up in front here, and, you know, it's looks like the 18 spun his tires a little bit there. And
wow. And
got a huge jump.
Yes, he did. And remember, Milt, let's keep in mind, Milt, there's no passing till the backstretch with FSB rules, so plenty of time for Robert to keep composure, catch back up here before they exit turn 2, and it looks like he's done that, and we got a race on here. Derby Don, let's see where if he sees Robert making a move, he'll go with him, I'm sure.
Yep, where he goes, the 88, they're going to zing the 15 if they can. Joe Cutter kind of goes wide there. They got plenty of time, though. Matt Watkins with the huge jump, though. There is no racer in sim racing that I have ever met that is more intense than this little guy right here. And I seen him, of course I'm a big dummy, but I seen him with one of his trophies. That thing was almost as tall as he is. But that dude is intense, man.
Yeah, he's focused right now. He's gone from the back to the front. He's leading these final laps. He's going to want to lead that final lap as well. And Robert, and how many times have we seen this in our broadcast, Milt? The 15 and the 18, first and second, or vice versa. And
this is a draft race, man. I mean, they should be able to get him, but he is on it. He is driving the wheels off that car.
He sure is. And you see the 49 and the 88 are trying to get back up there in battle, but they're not. They're side by side now.
Cutter down low. It's dog eat dog. Joe Cut looking low.
This is one of Joe's best finishes of the year if he can bring it home, and he's looking to get onto the podium.
Oh, he gets a little loose there in front of Derby, but they want a chance at these guys. They got to get lined up, but they're racing for the podium here, man.
And here we see Robert closing right in on the back bumper of Matt Watkins. He's going to have to decide when he wants. He's going to try to do just one move, I think, here, Milt. And he wants to make that one move stick. And we're on lap 79. We've got 2 laps remaining. We're going to be coming around here taking the white flag, Milt.
Sorry. Yep. Well, the usual customers. But now the 88's getting a run. Come on, Joe.
Oh, and Joe goes down low onto the apron.
Come on, Joe.
And so does Matt. And they're almost 3 wide for second.
Come on, Joe. Joe makes the pass, or does he? Holy cow.
And Matt Watkins is liking what he's seen in his rearview mirror here as they battle.
Oh,
and dug into the wall.
Against the wall.
But the battle here is for second. Who is going to finish second? It looks like Matt Watkins will not get touched here, and he'll take the victory. Question is, who will finish second?
How does he do it again? He does it by skill. Come on, Joe, at the line.
At the line, it's Matt Watkins, Robert Bokum, and the 88 of Joe Cutter, and the 49 of Derby Don. Great finish. How about Joe Cutt driving the wheels off that car at the end, Milt? Battling with the FSB's best.
Fantastic run. And that's a podium. That's a bronze medal, man.
Absolutely. And look at the finishing order, Milt. The top 7 just separated by barely over a second.
No, you look through that field, man. All those guys had a great run there. Den got himself in the top 10 there. Doug used it up there.
He did use it up a little too much there and dropped back from about 4th or 5th to 9th. But just a great run by the 83 of Steve Weber. Gotta give him props after going on the spin and probably taking a little damage as well.
It's like what? 3 cautions? 26 cars?
And there's how at this perspective, looking at a Robert Bokum's car, we see the 15 of Matt Watkins lighting up those tires and doing his donuts. That's not a view that Robert Bokum likes to see, Milt. Sorry, Robert. Had to do it.
Yeah, well, they've returned the favor to each other.
And look at Watkins showing off here.
Well, last time we seen Matt on TV here, Robert beat him, and these guys are competitors. You got to be crazy if they ain't, but they do it with respect and great racing skill and.
No, absolutely.
What a show. Once again.
What a great finish. Let's look at the final running order, Milt. 17 cars finished on the lead lap, Milt. That's pretty impressive with the way these guys were running. After the top 3, we already talked about. Derby Don brought it home 4th. Ken Ron 5th. Steve Weber 6th. Brian Wasserman 7th. That's a great run by Brian. In eighth, the 19 of Troy Higgins. Troy just jumped into this race at qualifying, Milt, no practice, and finishes eighth.
He was in the top 10 all night.
That's really impressive, man. And as you said, in 10th, Dan Francisconi, who we really didn't even talk about in this race. He was in the middle to the rear of the pack, it seemed like, all race. And then all of a sudden, with 5 laps remaining, look who's in the top 10. Dan Francisconi. Great job, Dan. And Mark, Ken Shea. How about Ken Shea? Milt, he really doesn't race much anymore. He just shows up tonight and runs a quality race, finishing in 12th.
Yep.
And rounding out the lead lap cars, Guy Petra in 13th, Mike Pruitt 14th. Pops Margison brought it home in 15th, and 16th Alan Myers, a rookie there. Good finish by Alan on the lead lap. And also another rookie and one of my teammates, Ed Finley, brought it home in 17th in the last car on the lead lap. And some good driving there by the rookies, Milt.
Oh, definitely. They represented in the 060 early, but it does show you, what it takes, to win a race like this against these pro drivers.
Yeah, you not only
all together.
Absolutely, Mel. You not only have to be fast at the beginning of the race, you have to be fast in the middle of the race, and you have to have enough equipment left at the end of the race. And if you miss any of those parts, then you're not even going to be on any kind of radar to get a quality finish. It's that tough. It's that competitive. If you're off, if like you said, you make a mistake in the pits, you scrape a wall one time, your race is almost over.
Yeah, well, you watch this broadcast, you like to get into sim racing, this is FSB Racing.
That's right.
Join us and have some fun.
Absolutely. If you think you can do what these guys just did and you can be competitive, good luck to you. Join FSBRacing.com. There's a link there on the homepage to submit an application. The admins will process it and give you some instruction on how you can get onto the track and start mixing it up with some of these guys. And think twice before you do it, though, because don't just think you're just going to show up and start winning races, because that ain't going to happen.
Well, I'm going to go down and see if I can drag the podium finishers up here. I'll be right back.
Okay, and as Milt goes to see if he can get Matt and Robert, it was a breathtaking race there at the end. Very impressive running by these guys. I'm really shout out to the rookies there, Ed and Alan, for finishing on the lead lap. That's not easy for a rookie to finish on a lead lap here on Winston Cup Friday nights, with the likes of someone like Matt Watkins driving the wheels off that car. Matt, awesome.
I appreciate it. That was a tough race because I didn't have any friends, so all I had to do was drive as hard as I possibly could. Finally got some help at the end of the race with Joe, but other than that, I had no help whatsoever, so I just had to drive as hard as I possibly could.
Tell me what happened with the qualifying. You usually qualify really well on every race, and did you elect not to qualify, or did you have an issue?
I just want to make it exciting.
Because we were talking about it, driving through this field wasn't going to be as easy as maybe some other races, but just a tremendous job, man. Really thrilling last 5 laps there once we went back green.
Yeah, it was fun coming to the field. That's why I just want to start back there and see what happened. So I thank Joe for helping me out there. It was good to finally have some drafting help, because before that run, I'd get good runs in the corner, but they'd blow right by me on the outside. So got to have some kind of help here, and I got a little bit and made it happen. So that was fun.
Congratulations. Go ahead, Milt.
Thanks.
Well, great win, Matt, from from the back to the front. These setups you help work on really showed some great in there, and that was a testament to the work you've put in there, and you also put the work in this race tonight. That was fantastic, man. Fantastic win.
I appreciate it. Yeah, the setups, try to make them where that you could drive them as hard as you wanted to and still have a little bit of tire left. Just makes the racing better when you know you can drive it hard as you want and still have some tire at the end. So that was the purpose of them, and I think this one accomplishes that. So that's nice.
Yeah, it was a great show, man. You got to watch this broadcast. 2, 3, 4 wide. It was awesome. You guys just
I stuck
did
in
an
there
awesome
through a
job.
few times, so it was pretty exciting.
Well, Joe Cutter, and on the podium, man. The other night you were saying, dude, you pride yourself on smart racing, and that's exactly what you did, and put yourself in the position to win there. Great job, man.
Well, thank you. I started at the back. I just anticipated some early cautions, and about 40 to go, I decided it was time to make my move to the front, and everything worked out in my favor. And there, the final caution closed things up for me, and got a good run on Derby. He hit the apron, just got loose just enough that I could get under him, and Matt helped me pull up alongside of him, and I got the run in and off the corner to get past him, and just need a little bit extra at the end. I think I could have caught Matt, but I was just glad to get up there and battle for it.
Yeah, congratulations, Joe. That was a great run, and it was great watching that battle with you and Derby Don there. And I thought maybe you guys would stay in line and see if you could get by, but there was no staying in line. It was side-by-side racing from the get-go.
Yeah, and that's a product of this Michigan track. It just creates great racing all the way around, and it's always a fun battle.
Oh, great run, man.
Thank you.
Well, we got Robert Bokum, second place there. Great run, Robert, and what a battle at the end there. What were you seeing from your cockpit?
Yeah, I didn't leave. I was sticking around. It just kicked me out. Me and Dirty worked good earlier, so I was trying to drag the brake and pull him on. I knew Joe was going to get up there. At the start of the race, my teammates worked good together, and we kept the high line going pretty good. So we were going to kind of do that, and then they all pitted and kind of, I don't know what happened. Caution come out and got them. So I knew then I was going to have to try something, and me and Dirty worked good earlier, so I was going to try to stick with him. And I seen him slide up off too, so I kind of dragged the brake a little bit to try to pull him on. And then I forgot about you go below the white line, and I seen him jump down there. I thought, oh, I'm ahead. But yeah, all in all, it's a good race. It's fun. It's fun out there.
Yeah, we seen you and Matt working there earlier in the run there, and we were talking about that when it's go time like that, you're pretty much looking at the car that'll help you improve your position, and you guys kind of work together there. But then it was like a beehive there at the end. Everything was spinning around, and the action was coming down to it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much every man for himself when it comes like that, especially at this track. When you gotta watch, when you gotta jump up in the high line, people dive on you at the last minute. So you gotta kind of watch out for that. I was going to go off. I had a good run going back straight away. Almost had my nose there, but it wasn't worth getting in there and making contact when I was going around or something. It wasn't worth it. So, all in all, it was a fun race. So it was a fun track.
Yeah, it was a great racing all through the field from basically lap before you even got around to complete lap 2. There was side-by-side, 3-wide racing, and it stayed like that for every lap except the caution laps, it seemed like, and just a lot of intense racing from the get-go, which usually a lot of guys settle in and kind of keep their positions, but there is no keeping positions here. Is that just the product of Michigan?
Well, last year and probably year 4, me and Matt, we figured out you could run the outside here. That's why it kind of sucks to come down to it, me and him, because I mean we were always really good about getting on the outside and working together. We kind of knew what the other one was going to do and could time it. So in practice, I worked with pretty much all the Balkan Motorsports team, Ken, Sean, Mark, TG, and Dan, and they really got it down good. I mean, they was working it really good. They were being smart. Nobody was really, I mean, because it's really easy to make contact when you're up on the outside and you're in a line like that. But I mean, once you get up on the outside, I mean, like I think it was about a year or two ago, me and Matt figured out once you get up on the outside, I mean, it's just hard for the inside to pass you because you get such a run down the back straightaway. So our plan was pretty much just to stay up there and work together, and whoever was in front of the team was just going to take it, not really fight it out. But it's a fun track. That's what makes it fun. I mean, no matter what series, trucks, aero, nationwide, Proco, whatever, this track here, man, it just always puts on a good race and always good for the fans to watch.
Absolutely, and just congratulations to all three of you guys. Just great runs, and yeah, great show. I appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all putting on a good job, Matt, Joe. Good job, guys.
Yeah, good job, Robert.
Yes.